Hi. When Ethan first approached me about being part of the Tool and Hand exhibition at the Milwaukee Art Museum, I thought it was an interesting and challenging idea. I decided that I would make paintings of my tools, but they're not just paintings of tools. These are specialized tools. They're not the tools you'd find in your local hardware store or you'd find in the toolbox of your local armchair handyman. These are the tools of a metalsmith, and even more importantly, these are not just the tools of a metalsmith, but these are my tools of my practice. Most of these tools are at least 30 years old. I bought them new. They now have a lifetime of being used by me. They not only have the wear marks of my hands and the sweat of my hands on them, but my hands also have the marks of them on them. I wanted to paint these tools in a very specific kind of way. The idea was to paint them on one hand in a kind of realistic way that would suggest the intimacy that I have with them, that these are not just things that I look at from afar, but things that I handle every day, that I understand completely in all subtleties. I understand their dimensionality, I understand their surface, I understand their color. So I attempted to get a kind of realism in the paintings, but I also wanted there to be a sort of sweetness and sentimentality to the paintings that suggested the deep affection that I have for these objects. The paintings, I think, have a kind of sweetness to them. They suggest the closeness with which I hold these objects. They, I hope, suggest the fact that these tools have lived through multiple studios and multiple bodies of work and long days of frustration in the studio and other long days of ecstatic victory in the studio. So ultimately, I see the paintings as being kind of as close to a series of paintings that represent an autobiography that anything else I could possibly paint would be. I mean, my life for 30 years has been about work. That's what I do, and these tools are the evidence of that life.